Hello, I will be showing you my audience. This is Yvette. Alright, today I will be talking about coordinated management of meaning. It's 3 a.m. and you swear you finally fell asleep. You hear your baby cry. You look over and surely your husband will be getting up, getting ready to get her. Wrong. There he is, knocked out, snoring. How does he not hear her? I'm thinking. Ugh, I say loudly as I make sure to exaggerate my movement just so I can wake him up. Now he is awake, clearly upset that I woke him up. I go get our daughter. There is no guide to parenting. There's no book or conversation that you can have to prepare. You basically learn as you go. When you become a parent, you work hand in hand with your partner. It can put a stress on your relationship at first as you learn to rely on each other. I am a new parent to a 1-year-old daughter. I believe that unwanted patterns of negative communication can be broken with a theory known as coordinated management of meaning. First, I will tell you about my case and then review the theory and concepts and finally apply these concepts before discussing the applications. The personal stories that I will be sharing will be of my own. They will be about my first year of parenting with my husband. Our daughter will be 2 in January, so these stories are new. According to Brant Burleson from Purdue University, research indicates that communication problems are the major source of interpersonal difficulties. For example, most marital and family problems stem from misunderstanding. You're exhausted, nervous, and overjoyed. In a journal by Goran Medic in 2017, for healthy adults, short-term consequences of sleep disruption include increased stress, reduced quality of life, emotional distress, mood disorders, cognitive memory, and performance deficits. There are many highs as well as lows, mainly because of lack of sleep. Those nights, sleepless nights, I learned can break you. On one particular night, my husband and I were sleeping. We were both extremely tired. Our daughter had started to cry. We had both laid in the bed hoping the other would get up. I got up and said some not so nice words. This led to an argument. I went to bed boiling mad. We were not communicating effectively. My question for this case is, do all new parents have trouble communicating in the beginning of parenthood? Now that I have presented my case, let's talk about my chosen theory, coordinated management of meaning. Coordinated management of meaning is a person's in conversation co-constructing from their own social realities and are simultaneously shaped by the words that we create. 2 concepts in this theory are, we get what we make. Pierce explains that if your patterns of interaction contain destructive accusations and reactive anger, you will most likely make a defensive relationship. Get the pattern right, create better outcomes. This is when you are being mindful of the other person in the conversation. Now that I've told you about the theory, I will tell you about 2 claims. The goal of this analysis is to apply the 2 claims to create a better communication pattern for my husband and I. I am making the claim that if we don't use coordinated actions as parents, it can result to unwanted repetitive patterns. My second claim is that you need dialogue with your partner to create better outcomes. According to Kelly's 1998 initial study of forgiveness communication, direct forgiveness clearly communicates forgiveness and often invites dialogue. Indirect forgiveness, granting, does just the opposite. It suggests forgiveness without discussion. You have to talk with your partner. Now that I've told you these claims, I have 3 positive communication practices. There are positive communication practices that can help with coordinated management of meaning. The first one is take ownership with the way that I react. Basically, I have the power on myself. I can choose to react in a certain way. The second one is listen without being defensive. A lot of times we listen to respond instead of just really listening to what the other person has to say. Use more I statements and less you statements. I need your help instead of you never help. Unwanted repetitive patterns can be broken by using coordinated management of meaning. By creating better communication patterns, my husband and I will be able to communicate more effectively. Some nights we still get barely any sleep, but now it's easier now that we know how to be teammates and communicate our stressors with each other.